Grown up in the same city all my life.
Alright, not Winnipeg.
Ottawa, Ontario.
Ottawa.
It's the capital of Canada.
Oh, we're together. I'm American, they're all together. Okay, so
Yeah.
Ottawa.
I understand.
What was it like growing up there? What was your community like?
I don't know. It's an alright community. I don't know. I've just always wanted to live in the States. There's not much I can say about Ottawa. It's a friendly town. The schools are good. I had a lot of fun in school, but there's not much I can say about Ottawa. It's a Canadian town.
And
it's very quiet.
Are you close with your family?
Not at all. They're mad at me because I gave up all the scholarships for wrestling last year. I gave it up for professional wrestling, well, what I thought would be professional wrestling.
Right.
But,
So can't you do school and wrestle?
well, yeah, if I don't make it on this, I'll go to school next year, and I don't know.
Do you think they'll be a little bit happier with you?
They would be, but I'm at the point now, I'm a good student, I'm a good athlete and everything, but I don't want to go to school. I've never enjoyed it. I never actually studied in school. I was just naturally smart. So I don't want to have to study.
Well, if you weren't going to wrestle,
Uh-huh.
if something happened, you were completely unable to wrestle, how would you support yourself?
Forever?
What's your backup plan?
I don't know. I hope that never happens.
It's something you have to think about, though.
I would probably get into politics somehow.
Like run for office or something?
Yeah, get into law and eventually get into politics.
Are you religious?
Not at all.
You go to church?
As far as I'm concerned, Ric Flair is God.
I think you have a secret love for Ric Flair.
Really? No, am I religious? No, not at all.
Let me ask you a question. Is there anything that you wouldn't do to be in WWE?
No. There's absolutely nothing that I can, nothing.
Would you sleep with Ric Flair?
I'm going to say no to that. I guess you could say that's one thing I wouldn't do, but I really don't think that would ever happen.
You're nasty. You know how they pose questions?
No, I wouldn't. I'm very heterosexual.
Even to get a contract, you wouldn't do it?
No, I wouldn't.
I'm from California, so a lot of people do crazy things.
I know, my friends are from there too, so I know what it's like.
You would not.
Really?
You wouldn't compromise your morals.
Well, when it comes to that, I guess no.
Okay. You have a good relationship with your mom?
No.
You ever?
No.
Not at all?
You have to understand, my family is not athletic. They're very, like, my dad's gone to school and stuff. He's been in the military. He's been a police officer. My mom's a housewife. My brother's a little geek. They're not used to being around athletes. They'd like me to just go to school and become a lawyer.
Right. Do you explain to them why this is so important to you?
They know that it's important to me. They don't believe that it's a good route to go.
This has to be kind of recent, like the wrestling, what was in the last maybe 5 years or so?
No, ever since I was a kid, I've always said I was going to be a wrestler, and they've been against it. Well, they've supported me, but they're like, oh yeah, right, he'll grow out of it.
So is that your main beef with your parents? And that's
No, I don't know. It's just that they're very old-fashioned. I don't know. They're very strict.
How are they strict?
Just with everything. It's not even funny how strict they are. We're just different personalities. Our personalities don't mix. They have no reason not to. I guess I am a bit arrogant, but I'm a star athlete. Everyone pretty much loves me around here. My marks were in the high 80s.
Right.
That's like a 3.4 in the States. I don't know.
You said that you were adopted.
Yes, I was.
Have you known that all of your life?
Yeah, I have known.
My brother's adopted, so I know.
Yeah, I've known that all my life. But I think that, like, I'm not saying they hold anything against me for that, but I think it just has to do something about being adopted that...
You ever said to them, you're not my real mom?
when I was young, I think I used to say that a lot.
My brother used to say that all the time.
Yeah, but, no, I think it just has more... Like, that might have to do a bit why our personalities don't click. They're just very conservative, very reserved, and I'm more pretty forward and stuff. But I think if I was on Tough Enough, I'd be reserved for the most part.
If you could train, if you could have selected a different family, do you think you would have?
I don't think so. I don't. I really. It's hard
I ask
to.
my brother that all the time.
It's hard to speculate on that because I don't know. I've had quite a few good things happen to me because I've lived in here. Maybe I never would have met my girlfriend. Maybe I never would have been on that Matt Rat show. Maybe if I get on Tough Enough, maybe I'll never would have been on Tough Enough. Maybe I never would have become interested in wrestling for some reason. Maybe this wrestling was my escape from my parents my whole life. I don't know.
What do you think you could do to change it?
I believe in
Okay.
fate.
Or have they given up?
I'd say they've pretty much given up.
Okay, so say you become really, really successful with wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they just think it's a phase for you, or do you think if you become very successful, then they might change their mind about?
They'd be happy for me, of course, but
I mean, they think that you can't earn a living doing this. They think that you. Is that where they're coming from? They just think it's silly.
yes,
A phase.
they don't. Like my dad's been to matches with me when I was little, but they just think it's a bit silly.
When you
But
buy them a house or something, when you've made your.
that would probably change things because they're like that a bit. But yeah,
And it'll be okay.
yeah.
So, what? Do you have a lot of fears?
Not really. Like what I wrote, my fear is not becoming a professional wrestler. That's my only real fear. I couldn't imagine myself being happy doing anything else. I really, really couldn't. I would be a very, very depressed person.
Are you lonely?
Not really. Not at all.
Right.
I was when I was out in Calgary, but I'm not right now.
So, what fear have you most recently overcome that you're just thrilled about?
What, fear? I haven't really overcome any. I don't really have a fear other than that. I have no real fears. Oh, I guess losing in amateur wrestling. I don't like to lose. And I guess I overcame that fear by not losing any matches last year. And training really, really hard. But I can't really tell you that I have a fear.
So, how would your friends describe you?
How would my friends describe me? A little bit wild, a little bit crazy, nice. I'm a pretty nice guy. I'd stick up for my friends over anything. Dedicated. I dedicate myself to whatever I do. Like I've gained like 15 pounds naturally since I've been back. That's being pretty dedicated to the gym. That's about it. Fun to be with.
Do your friends understand what you're doing?
With wrestling?
Yeah.
Yes, because most of my friends are longtime friends, and they've known that I've always wanted to be a wrestler. Like, my friend here today that was going to come and tape it because I thought that it was going to be taped, he's a rugby coach, and he ditched his rugby practice to tape this for me. That's how dedicated my friends are to me.
They want to see you be successful.
Oh, they understand that I'm only going to be happy if I'm a wrestler, and they want what's best for me.
When was the time you released Confident?
It was about 3 or 4 months ago when I had just lost all my weight and stuff.
How are you losing weight so quickly?
Because I was living on my own,
Right.
I could not find a good job. I was doing a job where I would be lifting boxes for 9 hours a day. I would exhaust me, I wouldn't be able to work out, and I just wasn't eating properly.
Say you're in the house that you're living with
Uh-huh,
other people,
uh-huh.
and someone's not taking it as seriously as you are. Are you going to let them just fail, or are you going to? How would you confront them?
It really depends if they were. Really depends if I like them or not. I don't know. I would like everyone to take it serious. I really don't know what I would do. It depends. If I meet someone I don't like, maybe I wouldn't like. Maybe I'd like everyone in the house, but I just try and keep my distance from them. So if it was someone I didn't like that was really not trying or anything, I think I'd just be mad at them, actually. I might actually tell them off. I don't know. It's hard to say what it would depend on the situation. But if it was like a friend of mine, I'd like ask them why they did this and say it's only 10 weeks, and then you'd be in the WWF. Why are you whining? Why aren't you trying? It's hard. It depends on the situation.
When was the last time you judged someone?
Probably on my way home from picking up my friend.
Today?
Yes. There was some fat sloth walking down the street, and I made a comment to him about how could someone
Did you
let
comment to the
themselves...
guy or to your friend?
I think I may have yelled something at the girl, and then I made a comment to my friend.
Was it a girl?
Yeah, it was a girl.
Okay.
I don't really remember. I'd have to ask him. I probably wasn't. I don't know. One of my pastimes is yell. I know I probably sound like an idiot, but I'm still a teenager, I guess. I don't know. When I see someone that, yeah, it's a good stress reliever.
When was the last time someone judged you?
It's hard to say. I don't know. My parents judge me all the time. There's probably people judging me when they see me at the gym. I'm a bit, I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm sure people judge me all the time because I stand out in a crowd. People probably say, "Oh, there's that wrestler. What an arrogant."
What if you didn't have your looks and your beautiful physique? What?
I'm the type of person that, no matter what, I'm dedicated to my body. I won't let it get bad. If I didn't have it, fine. I wasn't exactly the most... I was a late bloomer. I didn't develop my physique until about grade 11. I was never like a standout guy before. I was made fun of myself, but I didn't take it to heart. It made me want to train harder. Like WWF never used to be popular, like from about in the mid-90s, and I used to come to school in wrestling shirts, and I'd be made fun of like crazy. And a lot of those guys that were making fun of me are now, I'm sort of like, they look up to me because I've been a national champion. I'm national champion at 18 years old. So I don't really think that making fun of people or anything is such a bad thing. Sometimes it's a good motivator. It was in my case. Believe it or not, I may sound really mean and arrogant, but you'd be surprised how nice I am.
What was the last nice thing you did for someone?
Yesterday, when I was driving to get this speakerphone, actually, with my brother, someone had fallen off their bike, and I stopped my car. Because I'm a certified first aid guy, and I got out of my car, and I went to see if they were okay.
All right. That gives you some points there.
And I always help people. If I see someone in the gym not doing an exercise properly, I will go up and I'll show them how to do it properly. Sometimes they're just rude to me, but I try and help people out as much as possible in...
Guys and girls?
Guys and girls.
I have another question.
And what is
Adam
it?
Lust, where did that come from?
Adam Lust, that's just... Ever since... You know how... you've probably... I don't even know what your background is if you've watched wrestling or whatever, but most wrestling fans that I know of always come up with a name for themselves at a very young age of what they'd be if they ever got to the WWF. And I just came up with that name. I like the name Adam, and Lust. Lust describes me pretty well. But, I don't know, I just love the name.
Lusted after.
I'm very lusted after.
You are very lusted after?
Yes.
However, will you remain faithful?
I've been faithful for a year almost. Like completely faithful, not even looking at girls, and I'm a bouncer. I have girls hitting on me every night.
Dancer?
A bouncer, a doorman.
Or I thought you said dancer.
No, if you saw my tape, I guess I'm sort of a dancer, but not a very good one. But, I don't know. No, I'm a bouncer, so I have girls hitting on me all the time, but I block them out because I have a girlfriend.
Do you have sex on camera?
Yes. I don't know if that would be too good for a WWF wrestler, though. It might not look too good for the WWF.
Unintended, dabble in it a little bit.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind doing that.
Okay, so one more question.
Sure.
Say you and I moved into this house. I'm one of your roommates.
Uh-huh.
And how would you get to know me? What kind of questions would you ask me?
Are you good looking?
Am I good looking?
Yes.
You mean I'm in your house with you?
No, are you? That's just a question.
Hey, I lived there with you already.
What's that?
I lived there with you already.
So I would know if you're good looking. If you're good
How are you
looking,
going to get to know me? What kind of questions are you going to ask me?
just where are you from? Why do you like wrestling? Do you work out? You probably are going to be working out if you're on the show. All sorts of questions. Who's your favorite wrestler? What kind of sports do you play? How often do you work out?
What do you want to know about me? You can
About you yourself? I would just like to know. I don't know. I really don't know what I would want to know. I really would be pretty, to be honest, I'd be focused on myself. All I'd really care about is myself on the show. What I'd want to know about you is are you going to be a threat to me?
I am. All right, I'll give you a chance to interview me now.
Okay.
Any questions for me?
What's your name? Where are you from? Where are you from?
My name is Shannon.
Uh-huh.
I'm from New Orleans.
New Orleans, Louisiana. Do you speak French as well?
Je parle français un peu.
Ah, très bien. J'aime cette
That's as
langue.
far as it goes.
What do you think of Devon Nicholson so far?
Devon Nicholson seems like a really nice guy.
Oh, I'm very happy to hear that.
Very serious about his wrestling.
Do you like his wrestling name that he's come up with?
Adam Lund?
Yes. Did you see how I do by lust? Did you notice how I say lust?
Yes?
No?
Say it again. No.
Would you like me to say it into the camera?
Yeah. Go ahead.
The man you're looking at right here is the sexiest man alive. The man you're looking at right here is Adam Lust. I say it very, very sexually, as you'll see when you watch this tape. You'll probably get it tomorrow.
Are you naked right now?
Would you like me to get naked?
Put on right now?
What's that? I have a tank top on right now.
Tank top?
It's very, very hot here. It's
You
like
can see your
30.
muscles?
What's that?
You can see your muscles right now?
Well, the little bit of muscle that I have, yes.
All right, give us your sexiest pout, and then we'll be finished.
My sexiest pout?
Look in the camera and give us your sexiest look. You doing it?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. You can go ahead and turn the camera off.
Okay. Hold on a second.